Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy MrEnforcer Sports here, and I'd like to welcome you back to another video. And in today's video, I'll be going over every single trade that has happened in the NBA trade deadline, around it a couple days leading before. So let's get this started. So with the very first trade, really to kick off this the season of trading here, we had the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets traded Shabazz Napier to the Washington Wizards in exchange for Jordan McRae. We had the big blockbuster deal that happened a day or two right before the trade deadline hit. We had a four-team trade with a total of 12 players and a lot of picks here. So we're going to describe every single thing that happened here. So the Houston Rockets went ahead and got themselves Robert Covington, Jordan Bell, a 2024 second-round pick from Golden State. The Atlanta Hawks got Clint Capella from the Houston Rockets and Nene from the Rockets as well. The Timberwolves got Malik Beasley, Juan Hernan-Gomez, Evan Turner, Jared Vanderbilt, a 2020 first-round pick from the Brooklyn Nets. It's a lottery protected as well. And the Denver Nuggets got Gerald Green, Keita Bates-Diop. I'll put his name on the title when I read it. Shabazz Napier and Noah Vonleh. And they also got a 2020 first-round pick from the Houston Rockets as well. The next trade that happened is the Sacramento Kings went ahead and traded Dwayne Dedmon and two second-round picks, a 2020 and a 2021, to the Atlanta Hawks for exchange for Jabari Parker and Alex Len. We had the Warriors make a trade with the 76ers, as the 76ers got Alex Burks and Glenn Robinson III. And the Golden State Warriors got three second-round picks in 2020, 2021, and 2022. The next trade that happened is the Memphis Grizzlies went ahead and traded for Gorgui Dieng to the Timberwolves for forward James Johnson. The next trade that happened the day before the trade deadline was the Miami Heat went ahead and got themselves Andre Iguodala, Jay Crowder, Solomon Hill for exchange for Justice Winslow, James Johnson, and Dion Waiters. The Los Angeles Clippers went ahead and gave themselves a little more cap room as they traded away Derek Walton Jr. to the Atlanta Hawks for cash considerations. The Rockets made another trade as they traded for Bruno Capocolo, or around that pronunciation. His name will also be on screen. And a second round pick. The Memphis Grizzlies got Jordan Bell and the second round pick as well. The Hawks make another move as they trade a future protected second round pick to the Trailblazers, and they got back Skal Labissiere and cash considerations. The Sixers also created another roster spot by trading James Ennis III for a second round pick to the Orlando Magic. And the biggest blockbuster trade of the whole day happened between the Golden State Warriors and the Minnesota Timberwolves, as the Timberwolves traded for D'Angelo Russell, Jacob Evans, and Amari Spellman. And Golden State got back Andrew Wiggins, a 2021 top 3 protected first round pick, and a 2021 second round pick. And probably the most shocking news of the day as well, Andre Drummond was traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers for exchange for John Henson, Brandon Knight, and a 2023 second round pick. A big move for the Los Angeles Clippers as they landed Marcus Morris and Isaiah Thomas, although they are projected to release Isaiah Thomas immediately. In exchange, they traded to the Knicks Maurice Harkless, a 2020 first-round pick, and a second-round pick from Detroit. And the Wizards also got Jerome Robinson. And that is all the trades that happened on the day. Now, I'm going to give probably my biggest winners and losers of the whole day, and what I think who really sparked their team over the edge. One big winner easily off the bat I can think about right now is the Los Angeles Clippers trading away Mo Harkless for Marcus Morris was an absolute steal. Now, Marcus Morris played for my Boston Celtics last year, and I was really sad to see him go to the Knicks. He was automatically a walking bucket right off the bench, and he's going to help the Clippers in the playoffs definitely for sure. If I think right now, I think the Clippers now have the edge over the Los Angeles Lakers. They're just such a deep team and so many great players that they have on their team. With Kawhi Leonard, of course, and Paul George. They got Lou Williams, They got Martrez Harrell and now Marcus Morris. Like, this team is absolutely deep, and it's going to be hard to beat that team. But that's my first winner of the day. My second winners of the day has to be the Miami Heat. The players that the Heat got is just kind of crazy when you think about it. They got Andre Iguodala, Jay Crowder, and Solomon Hill. They traded Justin Winslow, but when you replace him with Andre Iguodala, you're totally fine with that. James Johnson they traded, and Dion Waiters. Dion Waiters has been struggling with issues off the court anyways, and being suspended from the Heat anyways. So I think the Heat are the second winners of the day. A fantastic job for them to go ahead and grab Andre Iguodala and continue to go deeper in the playoffs here, looking like. And I have a couple more winners here. I think, as of right now, it's hard to tell, but I think as of right now, the Minnesota Timberwolves won a trade with the Golden State Warriors. I think the Golden State Warriors also won as well. Hear me out on this. I think it was really well for the Timberwolves to go ahead and finally part ways with Wiggins. But getting him for D'Angelo Russell was really good. I think him and Cat are going to work really well together. D'Angelo Russell is a pretty consistent player every single year. You can argue he could have went to the All-Star game last year for the Brooklyn Nets, and I think that he's going to help the Timberwolves a lot. Now, as of right now, the Timberwolves sit second to last place in the whole Western Conference. So they'll probably bump up a couple spots before the season's over, I think. But I think in the future, I think that's going to be a bright spot having D'Lo and Karl-Anthony Towns as well in the same lineup. And as for the Golden State Warriors, I think that Andrew Wiggins will go ahead and fit way better than D'Angelo Russell would have been with the Golden State Warriors once Stephen Curry comes back. He's projected to come back in March. And Klay Thompson, that hasn't been much word. I think February and March, they're trying to maybe get him if he comes back at all this year. But I think that's also another good thing for them to fit Wiggins in. I heard someone call him a downgraded Harrison Barnes who couldn't shoot. I think that's a little disrespectful. Andrew Wiggins, at the point of this video, is averaging, 22, almost 23 points a game for a bad Timberwolves team. So I think he's really going to help out the Warriors a lot. I think that alongside Klay Thompson and Steph Curry as a third option, it's going to be a lot easier for him because defense are going to be all over them too. And then you have Draymond Green able to kick out the Wiggins, and maybe Wiggins do little moves and can go and dunk the ball. Now, he's shooting an abysmal 33% from 3, which is something that he needs to work on, definitely playing for the Warriors. But I think the Warriors also won the trade deadline as well. My first L's of the whole trade deadline, I'm going to have to give to the Houston Rockets. Now, it's not because they got Robert Covington. I think Robert Covington is a fantastic player. He's a great 3-and-D player. What you want. That's why the Lakers are trying to get him. But I think he's an excellent 3-and-D player. But my only issue with the Houston Rockets is that they traded away 2 centers. They traded away Clint Capella, who's averaging 14 and 14, and Nene, who's usually a big spark off the bench for them. I just don't know what they're going to do if they go ahead and face like the Lakers in the second round. Like, Anthony Davis just going to have a feast every single night against them. Like, I think I heard that they're going to have P.J. Tucker at the 5. And he's usually the guy that has to guard LeBron. So LeBron's going to have, like, probably Robert Covington now on him. Or something. But I have to think that the Rockets were just super dumb for going ahead and trading Clint Capella. And Nene, their backup. And then they got Jordan Bell. I'm like, okay, they have a big man now. But remember, he got traded on later in the day. So it's like, what are you guys doing? I'm not even sure, like, how many centers they have on their team anymore. Like, it's kind of crazy. But I think the Houston Rockets definitely took the first L of the day as well. The second L of the day, I'm going to have to give to the Detroit Pistons. Trading away Andre Drummond. Now, there was some people I've seen on Twitter that said that they would trade Andre Drummond for like 1 to 2 first-round picks. Now, this man is literally averaging almost 15 and 15 a game. And you trade him to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, I don't have an issue with the Cavs as an NBA team. Also, they're not relevant outside LeBron. I'll just say that, though. But to trade Andre Drummond to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and you just get back, I'm going to read this again. John Henson, Brandon Knight, and the 2023 second-round pick. Like, and that says lesser of Golden State and Cleveland on that pick, too. So it's like, why would you trade away your guy who averages 15 and 15 to the Cleveland Cavaliers for basically a bag of chips and some Skittles? I mean, like, that's basically what they traded Andre Drummond for. A bag of chips, you know, a bag of Doritos, and some dried up Skittles that they found on the floor. That's what they traded for Andre Drummond. Now, I'm not a Pistons fan. I did say earlier I am a Celtics fan. I would love to see my Celtics make a trade for him. But we didn't make any trades today, which I'm totally fine with. But for Andre Drummond to get traded to Cleveland from Detroit, I mean, you're still in the cold city. It's like you're playing with Kevin Love, which I think would be pretty good because Blake Griffin shot a lot of threes last year. And I think Kevin Love's going to work good with them too. But what do the Cavs got going for him? I know Andre Drummond, he's super young. He has a really high upside continually. I'm going to look really quick. I'm pretty sure that Andre Drummond is like 25 years old. Right? And I'm not mad at the Cavs at all for trading for him. I just think that Detroit's dumb for trading him for what they did. Yeah, Andre Drummond, let's see. He is 26 years old. He's averaging 17.8, so 18 points and 16 rebounds if we round up a game. 18 and 16. And you trade him for a bag of chips and some dried up Skittles, bro? Like, I don't know about you guys, but if I'm a Detroit fan, I'm upset that we traded away Andre Drummond and we got Brandon Knight back. And, you know, Brandon Knight's most notorious for getting crossed over by Kyrie and the Rising Stars. He's known for getting dunked on by DeAndre Jordan. Every time I see that clip, I laugh like crazy. It's hilarious. Like, all these things happened in the Brandon Knight, and you get him back for Andre Drummond. Now, I don't know if that means they're going to go in the full rebuild build and stop being this mediocre team for the last, I don't know, since they got rid of Chauncey Billups and like Richard Hamilton and that crew, since they finished with that team. If they're just going to go in the full rebuild build and just suck and stop being mediocre, or what. But I think they should just go ahead and trade Blake Griffin this offseason. Just try to trade him. There's no point of keeping him if you're just going to be in rebuild mode. I heard they're going to buy out Reggie Jackson. I'm not 100% sure about that. But if they do, I think Reggie Jackson would be a big pickup if he'd go to the Los Angeles Lakers. I think if they get him, or I know there's been reports that Darren Collinson is being reported that he may come out of retirement to join the Lakers. We're not exactly sure yet as of making of this video. But yeah, Detroit Pistons, man, I don't know what they were thinking. Trade DeAndre Drummond for a bag of chips and some dried up Skittles, but whatever, man. Also, another big dub I forgot to mention for the Golden State Warriors as well is I'm going to read you the amount of picks that they got. They got 3 second-round picks in that exchange for Alex Burks and Glenn Robinson, which is crazy. So there's 3 right there that they got. I'm going to scroll up a little bit here. They also got 2 more in exchange for D'Lo and another second-round pick for D'Lo as well. So they got 5 first-round picks. I think, like I said, that's a big dub for the Golden State Warriors. I think they did fantastic. Definitely. I'm a little surprised, though, that they traded D'Lo mid-season now in exchange for, like, you know, off-season. Try to get a different player. Maybe they figure out that something didn't work out. But a little sad that they didn't give Steph and D'Lo a chance. Then again, Steph did get hurt, though. But that's going to wrap up my trade deadline for the 2019-2020 season. If you enjoyed this NBA news, you want to see more NBA news on my channel, go ahead and hit the like button. Let me know that you do like the video. Go ahead and subscribe and turn on the post notifications. Let you know every time I do upload a video as well. I will have a little playlist in the description. I'll title like NBA news or something. That I'm going to do a little more NBA news on, and NFL news coming up as well, because these are my favorite teams, or my favorite sports. And I just want to bring you guys the best news of the YouTube. So without further ado, I'll catch you guys later, man. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow my social medias down below in the link in the description below. And I'll see y'all later, man. Deuces.